Yo, what is up guys, it is Ripper and here with a new video for you guys today, and today we have a different one. I don't do a lot of IRL videos when it comes to like topic or like gaming videos or whatever, or sports related. But because it's the holidays, it's kind of getting close to the end of the year, I want to talk about, 2025 and, with the holidays coming up, and just kind of things about the holidays with my family, and some things I'm looking forward to this year and things I'm really looking forward to next year too. But while doing that, we're going to keep it festive and we're going to build a gingerbread house. This is from Swiss Miss, as y'all know, the hot chocolate company. And to give context, I haven't built a gingerbread house, or I haven't built one of these in probably years, to be honest. Now, last time I would have done it, I would have built it with my mom when I was like a young kid. I am 26 now. I definitely have not built one in my 20s, so it's definitely been over 6 years. Honestly, if I had to guess, maybe when I was 15, 16, I don't know. It's been a while, put it that way. It's been a while. So definitely at least, I think potentially 9 or 10 years. So we're gonna build one. This is not like the Hershey Kiss one or like the Great Value, and then they have like some other ones. This is one that I found. I got it because it's actually a mini, and I don't really need a large one. I live solo dolo. I don't need this. I don't need a giant one. But I thought this would be fun, again, talk with you guys about 2026, the holidays this year, things I'm looking forward to, and just kind of how the year's been. So a little summarization of 2025 and leading into 2026, especially with the holidays coming up. So without any further ado, let's start. So it looks like there is already a package here. So a little piece of tape. There we go. I was gonna say, do I need a knife to open this? All right. So it looks like we have the icing. Sick. And from what this is too, so like each one's kind of different, like graham crackers. This is pre-made hot cocoa flavored chocolate cookie, pre-made icing, candy jewels, and marshmallow flavored bits. So again, it is a little different than like the other ones. Okay. All right. Found our cookies. Ah, yeah, here we go. Little marshmallow bits. Okay. So, let's just kind of... Ooh, I don't have a platform. Real quick, let me grab platform and then we'll start. All right. Now that we have our platform, let's get into it. So, I want to talk about a little bit of 2025. So, to start, the year, honestly, was definitely interesting. I could say from the beginning of the year, I learned a lot. I think a lot of us will, especially, when the holidays start coming around. It's really like a good time period for us to really look back and be like, was it good? Was it bad? Did we learn a lot? What were the pros and cons? And I could be honest with you, I definitely had my pros and cons. Definitely not the greatest start, to say the least. But, it is what it is. Life goes on. And I just realized they broke my cookie. Now that's just messed up. They actually broke my cookie. Well, that's annoying. They broke the bottom of my cookie. Hold on. Is it salvageable? Maybe if we add frosting, it may be salvageable. We'll make it work. So again, continuing on, what I've learned is like when things start getting rough in the beginning of the year, it's like I made the instructions, you really have to learn to get through and accept it. So, I definitely had a little bit of some heartache in the beginning of the year, but it's okay. But with that, I can say it helps you grow. Now, when you are willing to then go on and learn from it, I gotta say, the positivity from your friends, man, are great. I could say this year, I got so close with my friends this year, like truly, I feel like a lot more. And I can be honest, I feel like some of my friends, we've definitely just changed, right? Like we just drastically changed, and it's okay because it's life. Where it is, and I think a lot of people can relate to that. All right, so we need to flip these over, and we need to get the icing here. So it says massage icing till smooth. So we're gonna do that real quick. But like I said, you know, I feel like through the years, the more we get older, it's normal for us to get through, you know, friendships, and sometimes friendships just don't work out. And I feel like that was a big thing for me this year. I removed some friends out of my life that I feel like just weren't good for me. And I met some amazing people this year. So I think it's just things that, it's a learning lesson that I feel like when you're younger, and I think this is why I bring this up, is a lot of people that are younger that went through school, you have these group of friends in high school, middle school, elementary, that you really think, oh, they're gonna be my life forever. That's what we all think when we're young. But we then realize that's actually not what happens. Like we learn very quickly. There's a saying, some people are in your life temporary, and then some people are in your life forever. The people in life temporary, a lot of those people, they're there to teach you a lesson. And in my opinion, those are some of the best people you meet, because they teach you things that you didn't think you would need to know. Now, with that, something I want to talk about is, which is great, that thing of friendships, right? Because you get to meet these really, really, really awesome people that you don't think would make such a crazy impact. But those friends in your life that are there from day one, those are some of the greatest people I've ever met. Like, y'all know Gravity, Jake, Ulrich, Bob. You know, I may not talk to all of them all the time. I talk to Gravity daily and Ulrich, but like some of them, some of them you just don't get to talk to every day. And I think honestly, those friendships to me are some of the most important, because I have got some of the greatest memories. You guys, if you guys ever do, like, go on YouTube, go on my page and watch some of the videos. You'll see like the funny moments video. Like that's when all the boys were together and hanging out. In my opinion, one of the funnest moments I've had in my life, and I get, yes, fun is not a word. Y'all know what I mean. Like, it was truly one of the most enjoyable moments though for me. Like, I got to have so much fun with them. And it's things like that that I don't take for granted, because I know that life on this world is limited. So when I get moments like that, it's just so cool to be able to look back at them and be like, yeah, I got to experience such a cool memory with them that it's going to be an unforgettable moment for everyone, which I wouldn't trade for the world. You know what I mean? All right, so we actually need to fix this. We actually need to fix a cookie mistake here. So here's what we're going to do. And everything in life, sometimes not everything's fixable, but some stuff you can glue together, like a gingerbread home. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to glue together this gingerbread home with some icing here. Now, is this going to be difficult because we're using some extra icing? It's fine. We'll make it work, right? It's going to add a little design to it. Hold on. Hold on, we're going to make this work. There we go. See, you just gotta piece it together sometimes. It's okay. Icing tastes good. So while I put this together, something I was talking about, some of those moments with my boys were some of like the greatest moments. And it's things that like that I truly look back on and I can say like I'm never gonna forget those moments. And so what I want you all to do out there is think about this year, right? Think about who did you meet this year that was a really, really good memory for you guys. Because stuff like that are things that I feel like when you can look back on, those are some of the best, in my opinion. I just realized something. Those are on the wrong thing. I was talking so much, I lost track. Hold on. It's all good. We're figuring it out. Hold up. Little mistake. As Bob Ross would say, it's just a little mistake. You know what I mean? It's just It's just little extra clouds. It's okay. We're, from the first time not building one in years, we're learning the hard way how to put this thing together. It's all good. It's okay. See, that makes more sense. That makes more sense. Okay. You know what? Hey, at least we put the roof together early. Or we fixed the roof, which was going to be important. All right. But while we fix this, I didn't realize how badly I messed that up. We're gonna correct our mistake here. Because yeah, that was not good. So we need to actually piece this together now. And actually, now that the pieces are small, we should be able to just do a little. We don't need a lot because these are smaller, little wall pieces. So we actually may not need a lot for this. We're just gonna take this. We're gonna line it up. Okay, hold on. Line up the walls. Shove them together a little bit. It's gonna take a second, but we'll get there. Hold up. I'm just gonna hold that. We're gonna let it stand. But like I said, when you have the friendships through the years, you can look back and just be able to laugh at some of the moments you had. And at the same time, I think I truly am so grateful for a lot of the people I got to meet, because without them, I don't think I'd be who I am. So part of this year, making those friendships and growing has been super, super important to me. Now, getting into the actual goals, though, of this, I've been forced to set some 2026 goals for myself because of 2025. And that is, number one, improve on some of my weak points. Like I know some of my weak points are I'm still trying to work on my Spanish. I'm still always trying to improve my Spanish because to me, Spanish is still one of the best languages in my humble opinion. I think Spanish is still some of the most... I actually like the way it sounds better than English. So for me, it's really, really important that I actually really want to get better with it. And whether that be through time and patience or daily learning, I'm still doing that every day. And I want to really hone in on it and focus on it even more because I feel like it's super important that if I really want to get better with it, I really have to just zone in and try to understand more, because I feel like a really cool thing that I think everyone should try to do in life, try to learn a different language. Whether it's, an easier language to learn or whether it's just one language. If you already know a language, an extra language, learn a second one, learn a third one, you know what I mean? Try to expand your knowledge is the point, because I feel like that's something that a lot of people don't ever really talk about, of learn a different language. It's not just, hey, I could speak a different language. It's, I challenge my brain to do something that is pretty difficult for a lot of people. And I feel like if you can teach your brain to go through that, it's a really cool lesson for you. At least how I see it. Icing's good. I have to fix this though because, yeah. Clearly, I misread the instructions. Which kind of sucks because on the roof now with those wall pieces, I have to be a little more careful. Hey, listen, it's not supposed to look pretty. Okay? This is my first one I built in years. I'm pretty impressed with myself. I'm actually getting it to piece together pretty well, which I'm not mad about. Hey, look at that. That's not that bad. It's standing. Hold on. Let me make sure the walls are good. Hey, listen. I'm pretty impressed with that. Now, because I did get icing partly on the roof here, because I had to fix it, I think what I'm going to do for design, I'm actually going to put icing within it to make it look normal, so it doesn't look all wonky. Let's put it that way. Now, while I'm doing this, let's talk about YouTube goals with 2026, because I feel like a lot of the stuff that I've been doing on here, I try to actually implement a little bit of sports. And if you like follow my TikTok a lot, which link is in the description, all I do is talk about sports on there. Literally, my entire page is sports. My entire hobby this year has been sports. And so, actually, little plug of this, if you look up, or I'll even put a description of this video, I have a sports card page now on YouTube called Gripper Cards with Sergeant Gravity. So if you look up Gripper Cards, it's GRHIPERCARDS, all one word. I'll put it on the screen for you guys. And what we do on there is we open sport cards, we show off our collection, and it's something to me that's just super, super cool to be able to do because it's not just a hobby that I love, it's a hobby that Gravity loves. And so it's a really cool thing that him and I both like to kind of do. And again, it's not our job, it's not something we've prioritized money on, it's just genuine hobby that we love. So for us, that's something that is been a really cool project for us this year to work on. And if you haven't checked it out yet, please do. Because I don't think you will regret it, especially if you just want to see more content, and if you want to see a little bit of different type of content. We do a lot of sport cards on there. We do plan on trying to do like card show stuff, which is in the works and in the future. So definitely be sure to go check that out while you guys can. But on this page, I do want to try to do more sports topic and a lot more things like that, because to be fully honest and fully transparent, that is my hobby. Like, that is something I love to do. And I know not everybody likes that. Some people like gaming. Don't get me wrong. I love gaming. But right now, gaming has just reached a point where the only place that gaming is, like, I feel like truly entertaining now is when you start, is really with, like, the new games. And a lot of these older games that are out now, they're like, oh, just make content on current games. That's great. The problem is, there's really not that many to me that are like, oh my gosh, I have to play now type situation. But I feel like that's just the state of even like sometimes just getting older. Because I've been trying to honestly think about that. Because like I used to love making gaming content on here. But if I'm being fully honest with you all and full transparency in this video, I don't love video games as much as I used to. And again, maybe that's just because I'm older, I'm starting to really just find more hobbies again, sport cards and sports in general. Like I'm really getting deep into that world. And that does take up a lot of time, don't get me wrong. Which I just realized a lot of these marshmallows, like some of them are good, but then there are some that are just really bad. I don't like these. Like some of these are crappy. And I do wish that they actually gave me more. Like more things to decorate with. I just have marshmallows, so yeah, that was a weak point. I didn't realize I would need to buy extra candies for this, so my apologies, YouTube. We will make this as entertaining, or we will try to make this look as nice as we can with what we have. But I actually don't have any candies here, to be fully honest. I don't eat a lot of candies. So, yeah, it's not really a thing. Okay, let's turn this around. We'll show the camera here so you guys can see what I'm doing. But something I will do this year on YouTube is I will try to get, if I can get these videos out, what I want to do is I want to try the sport videos out. Because again, I know not everyone's going to love it, but it's something that I'm truly passionate about. If anyone knows me, I'm a Packers fan. We just had a terrible game happen to us where we lost Jay Love, we lost a bunch of people, and this season's been rough. But in the world of sports, if there's one thing people love, it's when things suck. Because people love watching content of people that, when their team is sucking, they love watching it. Because they love seeing us struggle. So hey, it is what it is. If that's what you want, that's what we're going to give you. I will give you content of me being upset. And why not? We'll do it. Okay, I actually think that's pretty good. I don't hate it. I actually think that's pretty solid. Now, because I only have very limited marshmallows left, I'm debating what I want to do here. I'm thinking maybe put some on the window here. like, almost like, I'll show you guys in a sec here. What if I put one there? You gotta be a little creative, because when you don't have a lot of utensils, you kind of have to like make it look nice. There we go. Honestly, I like it. I'm a fan of this. So that's kind of the plan for the channel. Point is to try to get some more sports content out. You know, I would say I want to try to do vlogs, right? And I do. My thing is I think if I do vlogs going forward, some of the vlogs I may do is when I go to Florida. So I actually go to Florida periodically now, which many of you all don't know. I moved out of Florida. I'm now in Wisconsin. It's a whole different background. I live in my own apartment. I used to live with my mom in Florida, and then I moved to my mom's basement in Wisconsin. Yeah, you heard that right. I lived in literally my mom's basement of her house when I first moved here. The point is to help her actually adjust to here, so that was the purpose of me moving here. Yes, so I gave up everything Florida to kind of help my mom out and try to get her adjusted into the new state, which she's actually from Wisconsin, but it's been years. So I was like, I'll pick up my entire life and move, which worked out because I got to meet some amazing people, and I'm really, really grateful for that. And I learned a lot of lessons. That's for sure. I learned a lot of lessons through this whole moving process. I'll put it that way. So with that, I want to try to do some vlogs, because when I do go to Florida now, I go to Florida to visit my buddy Gravity, Sergeant Gravity, the other co-owner of Gripper Cards with me. And we go to like card shows, card shops, and we do a lot of sports cards things, hence we do a lot on the sports cards page. But maybe I should try to do some like vlogs when I go for the personal page, not for the Gripper Cards page, because when we go there for Florida, we'll try to record some videos for Gripper Cards, but for content for you guys, maybe I should try to record some videos for you guys while I'm there and try to be a little more active, especially on like my other socials, like my Instagram, my Snapchat. Try to post my stories of when I'm there. I think that's super important to me, because I go to these places and never really like tell anybody. I kind of just go and go with it. So I want to change that. Now, the other thing is, with this year, I also have really been enjoying traveling. So I got to go to some really cool places last year into this year. So I got to visit Texas, Houston, Austin. I got to go to Denver, Colorado this year. I'm actually probably going to go there again soon. But I got to go to these places that I've never thought I would get to go. Again, meet some amazing people in the pathway of it. But it's awesome to be able to have that opportunity to travel places, to states that, I'll be honest, I never thought I would get to go to. And I can honestly say I'm so grateful for it. So, you know, it's things like that I learned in life. Just try to be grateful for those little moments, because those are things that you'll always remember, even if you think you won't. Which, hold on, this is getting risky. It's like at a really bad angle. Hold up. Okay. Hold on. We're gonna get it. Got it. All right. This side's actually a little difficult. I don't know if the camera can even pick it up, but it's like right under the roof. This side of the roof seems a little bit more tilted than the other side. So I don't know how. Hold on. It's at a weird angle, but we're getting it. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to put the marshmallows under or above each roof, or above each window. So we have 2 here, 2 there, 2 on this side, 2 on this side. Now we're gonna do this side. So continuing on with what I'm saying, traveling has been really, really fun. I know into 2026, I'm gonna be definitely going into Florida again. I have some really cool news for you guys that I'm not going to say just yet, but just know, which you have some really, really awesome, I have some really awesome news to share with you that is actually really cool in my opinion. But you'll find out more about that in another video because it is still in the kind of early stages of it. But it is family related, which is really, really cool. Hold on. I'm not going to lie. This icing in here is so good. It's very fattening, so I'm not going to eat all of it. But it's very fattening. But it tastes very, very good. And you just need a tiny bit to kind of get what we're aiming for here. There we go. Now, that's a goal for 2026 of the YouTube and traveling senses. Now, one thing I will say with traveling that I didn't mention yet is I am thinking about trying to travel to a little bit more places like New York City. I have thought about trying to make a trip to New York. I think my mom and I, if it works out, we want to try to go to Las Vegas. Now, give context. I've never been to Las Vegas. I'm not a gambling person. I am not a big poker person. I'm not going for the money aspects of it. I'm going to be a tourist, if that makes sense. Like, to me, I want to go see the cool places. I want to actually walk around the casinos and see Vegas. I want to see the nightlife. I'm going to be like the one weird person who's not actually there to go gambling and do the dumb things. And so some people are going to be like, what the heck? Yeah, I said that. I'm actually going to just have fun. I'm going to like see things. Because at the end of the day, I'm not a gambling person. I don't like gambling personally. And yes, I'm in sport cards, which people could argue, isn't that gambling? Technically, in people's eyes, but it's not because I know what I'm doing. It's an investment. But hey, to each their own opinion. So that is something I really want to do. Like I said, New York, Vegas. And then, you know, I thought about it. I also want to go back to Texas, to Dallas, Texas, to the Dallas Card Show. So that would give me a reason to go to Dallas, which would be really, really cool. So something that I've set aside is I really want to try to go to different card shows, different cities. But the reason, a big chunk of that is that forces me to travel to new places I've never been. California, the West Coast Card Show, they have a bunch of different places there. I want to go to San Diego. So like that gives me excuses to go to these states that I've never been, I've never stepped foot in, and see things while being able to still do my hobby and kind of like combine them. I'm trying to think how to word it, but like be able to combine them. So that's something that I'm really, really looking forward to. And yeah, I understand I have a job and I can't do all the places in 1 year, but what I want to try to do is start doing like at least one place a new year. You know what I mean? Like one new city a year. Whether that just be New York this year, whether that just be Dallas this year, California this year. Just something where I can try to say, hey, I went to a new place, I traveled, I explored, and I did it. And so that's going to be a really big goal for me. So that's really it for traveling next year that I really want to try to do. And then, of course, periodically probably go to Denver. That'll be really cool too. So, and then who knows? Maybe some other big news that we'll see what happens with it. We'll see. But I think it's a goal for next year. Again, this year has been overall pretty fun. And not a lot to complain about. I feel like this, you know, as always, work is stressful, but I'm happy to be able to just be on this earth. I'm happy to, I'm grateful to God for everything He's given me, the ups and downs. And I think something that I really hope you guys can take away from this is just enjoy those little things, because those little things, in my opinion, are some of the best things to think about, the things that make you smile. I know they definitely make me smile a lot. Now, the holidays, I want to end this off with a Christmas theme. The holidays this year is a little different. So, for anyone who doesn't know, last year I actually spent Christmas in Houston, Texas last year. Really, really fun, had a great time, and honestly, one of the greatest memories of my life. Then, now this year, I'm spending Christmas in Wisconsin with my family, And it's going to be a little small get together. It's going to be me, my mom, my grandparents. And I'm not going to lie, it's going to be a really calm Christmas, which I'm okay with. Now, I will say I will miss some aspects of last Christmas, but this Christmas I think it's just going to be a good time to spend time with family, relax, and just enjoy myself, end the year off in a positive way. And I think that's super important. I did get my gifts already for my family. I won't say it on here just in case any of them are watching, because they do periodically watch my video. But you know, I am excited. I think I did good this year. They're a little different this year. I know, like, when people buy gifts, like, what's the hardest person usually buy gifts for? People may have some different answers. For me, it's my mom. My mom is always kind of the hardest sometimes because I know what she likes, but I don't know what to get with the theme. And then the second hardest is always my grandma, my grandparents, because they also just don't like a lot of stuff. Like, they don't need a lot of stuff. So it's like, those ones are really, really complicated. But I think it's just with my mom is I always want to try to go all out for her. So I have a rule with myself, especially with Christmas gifts shopping. Of my family, they have priorities of, like, who do I spend more money on, and who do I look at budget for, and who do I look at, like, there's no budget, right? With my mom, there's really no budget. And I think that's the thing that maybe a lot of people can agree with. Like, I don't set a budget for her gifts. I want her to get everything that I can, and I wanted to get her everything that I think she'll love, no matter what the price tag is on it. Just because for some people, you're either really close with your mom, you're really close with your dad, you're really close with your grandparents. For me, I didn't grow up with my dad for a good chunk of my life. So I got to really, and don't worry, he's still alive, but my mom was really my mom and dad in my life. So for me, getting gifts for her is really just a big important thing for me, because it's like, it's not just one person. I'm getting double gifts for her because she was dual parents in my life. And so I think that's why for me it's always kind of hardest, and why I'm always like debating on what to get. So let me know in the comments below, like, what for you is one of the hardest gifts to get for somebody? Who is the hardest person to find gifts for? Because I think it's always different for people. And I think for me, it's always really cool because I always like seeing her face when she does open my gift, because they're always very different. But it is really, really nice. And I think this year overall will be really, really great. I'm very excited. I think the end of 2025 has been great so far. I mean, it's obviously been hectic and stressful with work, but putting work aside, because work is just work at the end of the day, what matters is that I wake up every day, have a great life, and I can say I'm very grateful for all of you guys. I'm very thankful for all of you guys. You guys have been super, super amazing on my page. And so I just want to say, from me, from Ripper, I appreciate you. I love y'all. Thank you so much for everything you guys do. And guys, with that, actually, we're gonna do one more thing. We're gonna end this off the right way, because I just realized there's a little random circle. I don't like the way it looks. So for that reason, we're gonna do three things. First, number one, we're gonna put marshmallow in the little peephole. Then we're gonna take another one. We're gonna get a little glob of icing. We're gonna put it up, stick it in there. Hold on. There we go. And ladies and gentlemen, we got us our gingerbread home. Again, the first one I built in years. I kind of wish, now going forward, I know I probably should get a little bit more candy if I do this one again, but I like it because it's tiny, so I'm not mad. But hey, first one ain't that bad. I mean, for my first one, it could have been a lot worse. That's all I'm gonna say. It could have been a lot worse. But guys, I want to say to end this video off, the last thing that's super important to me is please have a great holidays this year. Spend time with the family. Spend time with your friends. Tell your friends and family you love them. Be grateful for everything you have on this world, guys, because you never know when it's your time. And I've definitely become to learn to be very grateful this year, for the people, for people that have lost this year, for the memories I've made this year. I've been really, really trying to be understanding, and just that little gratefulness of just that little moment. And I'll end it off with, I get to end this year off ending with a great memory with my uncle who I lost this year. And things like that for me are super, super awesome to know that, yes, I may have lost him and it's sad and it sucks, but I ended with a great memory with him, and I get to go forward in the next year with nothing but positive memories. And so if you guys could do anything this year, it's just try to end this year with a smile on your face, positivity. And yes, whether you lost someone this year, whether you went through hardship this year, whether you went through trouble this year, just know that that's part of life. That's part of the process of growing, and it always gets better. There's always a light at the end of the tunnel, whether you realize it or not. And know that mental health matters, physical health matters. And I hope you guys have a great and wonderful, wonderful, wonderful holidays, New Year's, and a wonderful 2026. But on that note, I will see you guys in the next video. We built our gingerbread home. We had a nice conversation about our goals this year, 2025 a little bit. And yeah, nice little combo of both. Have a great holidays, guys. I guess I'll see you in the next one. Peace.